Hi, and welcome to the Vlogger Interviews. I'm Rich Samuels, and this is my exploration of how individuals around the world are using social media and YouTube to have an impact on their personal and professional lives. And we're going to start this year off with a very interesting interview with a couple of individuals from the San Diego Department of Animal Services. One is my nephew, Greg Baldwin. He's a volunteer with the department, and Tiffany Shields, who's an employee of the department. And together they're creating videos that are really having an impact on their community and on the animals in their shelter. Take a look.
I'm Greg. I'm a volunteer at the County of San Diego Department of Animal Services.
And I'm Tiffany Shields, and I'm the Supervising Animal Care Attendant here at, we're currently at the San Diego location. I actually met Greg at the Carlsbad location and when he was volunteering.
How did this whole video thing come about? Now, Greg, you were volunteering before you started doing video. You didn't just come in and volunteer to do video.
No, what happened was, this was back in February or so, and there was a story in the local news about a retriever blend who had been shot and left for dead. And the dog wound up at the Carlsbad shelter, and Tiffany had heard that I'm pretty good with video. I had done a promo for a mutual friend of ours for her rescue. So she approached me and she's like, "Hey Greg, we have this dog up here. Could we do something fun with the video?" And I said, "Sure." So we didn't really know what to expect or what would come out of it. And obviously it was just a small sample size from what they had seen of me before, but we put together this really awesome video with where the dog goes missing in the shelter and everybody's looking for him and going crazy, and it turns out he's on Facebook because we need, the pop culture references. And, the acting, Tiffany starred in it. It was terrific. The dog was a pleasure to work with, and it wound up being a mini viral hit in San Diego, and the news outlets aired pieces of it, and it got around pretty good. So we thought, how can we harness this power and do something else, do something more positive? And Tiffany here, she updates the Facebook pages and a lot of the social media, so she takes the videos that we do now and posts them for all of our fans to see, and stuff starts to get around that way.
So, Tiffany, was there like an aha moment when you saw this video and you sort of realized what this could possibly do, or the fact that it might help reach audiences that you weren't reaching before? What did you think?
Oh yeah, definitely. One of the things is I knew that we could use Chance's popularity because he was really in the media a lot. And he also was very moldable. Like, we could prop him at the computer, we could do things with him, and he would follow us around. So we had this idea, and the title is Chance is Missing. It was because in real life, somebody took him out for a walk, and I had no idea where he was, and I was freaking out running through the shelter going, "Where's Chance?" And, but yeah, shelters have been using videos in the past, but the county hadn't. And so, it helps a lot because people see the dogs in other situations than just in their kennel, sees them in an office or playing with another dog, and that's important.
Outside of what you guys are doing, you say that that maybe the city and other cities have been using video, but this is sort of unique, which is one of the things that really interested me. Are most of the other ones sort of conventional in that respect?
Yes, they're kind of boring. You mean boring? Because they're kind of boring.
Say that.
Yep.
Yeah, they're kind of boring. Ours always have some cute factor or something with it, cool or factor. funny words or something. Or the other videos, sometimes they're only music or, it's just
shaky camera.
Yeah, so
or low quality.
Yeah, Greg puts a lot of time and energy in these videos. It's amazing.
I do them late at night.
So, but Greg, in terms of when they asked you to do a video, what made you go that route? I mean, what occurred to you to make something that wasn't just here's the dog that everybody knows and here's what he's up to? What led you to do this skit, and how did it lead to other videos?
Yeah, I think it was Tiffany's idea for the story of the Chance is missing and to make it all nice and happy and whatnot. And that was such a big success because a lot of the times when you're working with shelters, animals, the perception is that there's a lot of negativity, a lot of sadness. You see those horrible commercials where the dogs are looking all pathetic and there's sad music playing. And I can't stand that personally. I don't think anybody can stand that. I've never heard anybody say, "Oh yeah, I love those commercials." It doesn't happen. So our goal was to try and put a positive spin on these things and an entertaining spin. So each video has the goal of entertaining while informing. So we inform the public that, yes, these are shelter animals. We don't know much about their history, but they're just like any other dog or cat. And we also like to make it entertaining because people like to laugh. They like to be amused. And as a result, we hope to get the videos around each time we do that and give a little extra marketing and positive exposure to the shelters and the animals in them.
And I think that sometimes people, when they're on Facebook and they share a video or they, you post a dog, this dog's available for adoption. But if you have a funny video, even people who aren't in the dog rescuing business or in animal control are more likely to share that video. And who knows who it'll reach, because, some people are like, oh, my friends don't want to adopt a dog, so I'm not going to share it. But because our videos are fun, I think they get shared more often.
And do you see, Tiffany, do you see this whole thing growing? I mean, how many videos have you guys done now?
20-something.
Yeah, but our big ones are Chance is Missing and the Catfish parody. And Chance was, we had like a little over 1,000 views. And we currently are still building on the Catfish video.
Chance was almost 4,000.
Oh, was he?
Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
4,000.
Which is not bad.
And we're hoping to build on that with this one. And the more people we reach, that's what we like, is just, like our Catfish video, we used everything negative that people say about the shelter. And that's why she wanted a purebred. She wanted a golden retriever. She wanted this, but fell in love with this little black scruffy dog that's from a shelter. And I just think it's such a cool message.
For the people who haven't seen the video, could you, Greg, could you sort of summarize what the video is about?
Okay, so Catfish is a TV show on MTV. It's one of the few decent reality shows out there, and it's pretty much the only good show on MTV. And it's about people who are engaged in online relationships. They've never met before, and so they contact this guy named Neve Schulman, and he organizes everything, and he gets the people to meet. And when they meet in person, they find that one of the other person in the relationship was not telling the truth about who they were, so they go to meet Amanda, and they actually get Jim or something like that. So Tiffany came to me with the idea that we do a spoof on Catfish, and we work in the shelter angle.
And I see you have a dog with you.
That's my dog. Isn't he cute?
Sure.
Yeah.
He's a shelter dog.
Oh, cool.
Former shelter dog. Yeah, I had to bring him into the interview because he is escaping animals. So.
Maybe the star of another video. Who knows?
Yeah.
So now, where do you see this? I mean, let me ask you this, Tiffany. In terms of the reaction to this within the bureaucracy, was there anyone who was sort of had to be convinced or was still standoffish about it at first?
Nobody within my department at all. The county, higher outside of Department of Animal Services, they chose not to put it on like county news, which was very disappointing. But they didn't think everybody would understand Catfish because it is a parody of a TV show. But we tried to make it user friendly, that you would like our video whether you knew Catfish or not. But but within the department, people love it. And that Neve Schulman shared it on his fan page too.
Neve Schulman being the actual host of the actual show.
Star Catfish.
Yes.
He watched it, enjoyed it, and shared it on his fan page.
That's
great. And he sent Greg an email saying he hopes Greg doesn't want his job because he did such a great job.
That's great. Now, what do you see this so far? I mean, you've done 20 of these videos, and it just seems to be slowly growing and growing and growing. Where do you think this is? Where would you like to see this go? Let me put it that way. Both of you, actually.
When people are on our website and they say, "Oh, this is a cute dog," and they click on its picture, they would get a video. And that's my ultimate goal, that every dog in the shelter has a cute little video that people can enjoy on our website that makes them more adoptable. And we haven't quite gotten there yet, but I mean, that would be my goal.
How about you, Greg?
And, well, we just got contacted by people from the Bonita region shelter. That's the third shelter in the county. There's 3 shelters. We filmed at 2 of them. And the people in Bonita, they want the videos now too. So we've been in negotiations to get down there and start filming there. And after that, I don't know.
You've been contacted by local rescues who want you to do videos for them. I mean, videos are important. They're very important for people to see. They have to picture the dog in their life.
And I think people, they don't realize the impact that they have, because they just hear like, oh, there's a video of this dog, but they don't really, they don't see it, so they don't really care that much. But when they see it, they realize, this could have an impact. This could do something. So, down the road, I don't know. I mean, there's a whole bunch of possibilities, and honestly, I don't really know where it's going to go, but I think it's going to go places.
Yeah, and our next one's going to be a music video, right? We're going to do a music video. It's going to be great. And the staff is so excited. They're so excited. They're like planning the next one, and we want to participate. And, it helps morale.
That's what I was going to say. It helps build team spirit, huh?
Yeah.
That's great.
And everybody's like so proud of it, even if they weren't part of it, and say, hey, this is where I work and I know these people,
Great.
So I think that's important too.
It seems to be really helping make it a more cohesive department. And Greg, what have you learned about the power of this? I mean, you obviously were convinced from the beginning, but in the last 20 videos, what's kind of what have you learned about the power of what you're doing?
It takes patience and persistence, and it was hard at times. I mean, there were a few times where I thought about stopping it because I wasn't sure if it was really doing anything. But slowly but surely, I learned that it was having an impact. And Tiffany would tell me that one of the videos would lead people directly to the shelter, and they would adopt a dog. It might not be the dog they saw in the video, but they still came to the shelter and they took somebody else out. So they were having their impact. So and whatever we do in the future, it's going to be better.
And I also think that it helps with the public's perception of animal services, because people picture us as the dog catchers and we're the pound. And you know what? We love our jobs and we love the animals and we love having fun with them. And I think it shows us in a better light too.
Thank you, Greg and Tiffany. Please remember to check out their channel, and I will see you next time.